I'm hearing something that sounds like you need to let them heal. I'm not sure what the details are. We have Judgment at the bottom of the deck. I feel like you're entangled with somebody who is sort of a siphon on your energy, and they may or may not know it. It might be a situation where, like, the person that you're entangled with is sort of like an energy vampire, but they actually don't know what they're doing. With King of Wands, yeah. This is someone who is like harvesting your energy to absolve themselves from feeling their own shame. King of Wands on the split tells me that you are you strongly believe that they are good overall. They are good, but one's coming out right there. But I feel like you're not seeing the entire picture clearly. I feel like you give them too much leeway. Judgment. Maybe you judge yourself for being with, it could be a romantic thing. It could be something else. It could be, okay, the Sun and the Ten of Wands. Hold on. Someone is working really hard to feel as innocent as you are. To wear your good intentions as their mask. Does that make sense? This is a really specific message. I'm really tired. I didn't rest well last night. Some things are going on in my life, and I really was like, I'm just going to go to bed. I'm not going to do a reading. And then I got the call, and I was like, this feels interesting. I feel like Eight of Cups to tell me more about this. Like you don't know what to do about it. Like, you know there's something going on and you don't know what to do about it. And what I heard Spirit say right before I went into this reading is to let them heal themselves. So you might be someone who doesn't want, you think that they don't need to feel shame. Like, oh, no, they don't need shame because shame is driving their behavior. So the thing is, they have to cross that bridge on their own. And the way that they harvest energy is by letting you take that extra step for them. So they cling to you, and if it's not you, they'll cling to another person, and so on. Or they may have many. You might be the main like source of that innocent energy for them, because that's true. They do have a lot of shame. They have a backlog of shame. King of Wands came out, and King of Pentacles is coming out in reverse. They have a backlog of shame. They have either hurt people or sabotage things in the physical realm. They have a backlog of that they haven't dealt with, and it all leads back to their childhood. So you are knowing what's going on. You can see it for them, and you kind of want to do the work for them, to change their beliefs for them. And your intentions are good, but this is going to leave you emotionally depleted. This is going to leave you lost. You're going to be going around in circles with this person, and they'll let you. So like I said, this isn't somebody, I don't feel like this is somebody who is like straight up evil, but I feel like they are unaware of their tendency to rely on you for those feel good feelings. Well, some people will say supply, so we could say it like that: supply, or innocence, relief. Right, relief. Ten of Pentacles, and I pulled this out sideways, so I want to take it like that, which means that it looks, so right off the bat, it looks like, since it's sideways, I held it sideways, it's like this portal of, I would say, energy, and your physical space, your physical body, your physical, your emotion, your emoting, your facial expressions, the words you say to describe what they are feeling. Yeah, this is a lot of energy. So I'm going to go ahead and reverse it. I'm going to take it reverse. I instinctively threw it down reverse. So all your energy, you're just dumping it into this person, and they are technically taking it for granted. Okay? So you don't need to get mad about, I mean, you can be mad, but like, what's the action? What's the step that they would need to take? Ace of Wands in reverse. Okay, so see how the hand is holding it? It's in reverse. So I would say let go. what you don't want, because you have high empathy, you don't want to experience them experiencing their own huge collapse, huge pain. Because the thing is, no, they don't need to carry shame with them. They don't need to carry that. But the thing with them is that they have avoiding even feeling it. And that could be detrimental to certain personalities. Seven of cups. This will leave them feeling empty and confused and not wondering why nothing fills their cup. Wondering why, let me take a beat. So they will never know the source of their own power if they aren't allowed to feel and release the shame themselves. They don't need to hold on to it. And maybe you're afraid that them feeling that you removing yourself as the buffer. King of Swords in reverse. We have 3 kings, 2 are in reverse. King of Swords now in reverse. You just want to protect them from themselves. And it's just because you have really high empathy. And Spirit is saying that, this boundary, you need to draw different boundaries in the aether between you and this person or group of people. I think it's a one-on-one situation, though. You need to take the space, take the sword out, take the boundary out, you're trying to insert yourself into their psyche with your own boundary, and they're accepting that as, as theirs. And the thing is, it doesn't even fit them. They have to draw their own inner boundaries inside themselves, and that requires the very human, very necessary human experience of feeling shame. I know that's not really like what people are saying. People will say you don't need to feel shame, but shame is a motivator. Shame is what drives it's got a hand in driving current moral standard, right? You don't do it because it feels bad. You don't do it because it feels bad. So they haven't been allowed to feel bad for all the things that they've done. So to speak. And there's been a lot of betrayal, definitely, on their part. A lot of entitlement, and a lot of subtle dismissal, a lot of just like obscuring things into oblivion. When you try to get close to them, they obscure it. They say, that's nice, thanks. And they do, on the low, kind of know that there's something going on with them. They just don't want to go ahead and look at it, and they need to, and you need to let them. It could be good for both of you, and you need to let go of the expectations of what could happen. Maybe you are expecting them to be transformed into a totally different person, but fortunately and unfortunately, it gets kind of sticky. A lot of people like this will... they won't stay the same, but there will be a certain hoop that they have to jump through mentally. We all have our experienced limitations, and some people, their limitation is an empathy deficit, and not knowing, a tendency to forget their own spiritual source. They've denied it for so long that it's become habit, and they learn to sort of live off of a poison. And you're not poisoning them. It's just like they're drinking poison, and you're constantly trying to mend it when you need to say, hey, that's poison, and take a step back. And I know this can be hard, so I'm here with you. And I love you. I love you for doing this. Judgment shows up again. This is a defining moment for you, right? Between you and this person, and this is going to show you more about yourself. This is only going to make you more powerful and softer with yourself. Please be gentle with yourself through this process. I know this can be hard. Death, boom, shakalaka. What did I say? This is the end of something big for you, and for them. We're talking ego death, right? Like a true ego death. I feel like the person you're with, whatever you're entangled with, is about to experience a big collapse. Okay? And you take your boundaries, you take your space, and stand up for yourself if need be. And thanks for being with me here tonight. Okay, so there's a link in my bio on all of my platforms now if you'd like a personal reading on TikTok, on Instagram, and on YouTube. And just message me if you want to know more about it. All right, I love you guys.